All right, another episode. You're getting two this week. You know what that means? Actually, maybe three. I don't know. Another episode of NTS TV Talk. The Love Island boys are here. You got
Yeah.
me, Lamont,
Uh,
Ellzy,
Oh yeah.
and Mike.
yo.
And yeah, so since our last episode, we had two new episodes of Love Island. Um, what I don't even remember what happened yet last episode. Does anybody remember the episode on Monday?
The episode I can't even remember because the episode I just watched is so fresh on my mind right now.
Uh-huh. Pretty
um
much all I
yeah.
remember is uh Pepe dubbed Andrina.
Oh yeah, Pepe dubbed down Andrina. What was the challenge? Was there a challenge? There was no challenge episode.
Nah, it was pretty much like Huda and Shelly still beefing.
Yeah, they
And
never. Oh yeah, they never spoke. They never
oh,
had that
and
talk.
Nick and Sierra went on the
Oh
date.
yeah. Oh yeah, that was the
They
whole
got
episode.
closed off, and
Very
then
wacky.
Elon was like, ah,
Yeah, it is.
hey, yeah, good job, guys. Woo. I guess
Like, what
Yeah.
are you supposed to do?
I'm just hearing Jewish now.
Like
And
he's
Yo.
sitting there jumping behind him, like hate anything, but
but yeah.
Knowing damn well he wasn't happy for them.
he wasn't.
It's like
I feel like
he's
he.
like
I feel like he honestly wasn't even that mad though because he knew in the back of his mind they had that
he knew
connection.
it was
So
coming. Yeah.
it's like y'all set me up for real. Like
He knew from the moment that when he walked back in and then like she jumped in his arms,
yeah.
hmm
he knew he was cooked. He knew he
Your
was
goose is
cooked.
cooked. Your goose is cooked. But
Like,
yeah,
yeah, you're done.
that was pretty much that whole episode, I think, right? From what I
Pretty much.
remember.
Yeah.
And then today,
Mm, mm,
oh
mm.
boy, this is the Love Island experience. This is what I was expecting for the past 4 weeks. Before we just got some challenges here and there, like some, oh, we're gonna be just kissing and not much beef. Nah, we need some emotional turmoil, and we finally got it.
The
Need some
buildup
Uh,
was good. The buildup was good.
the buildup was great. It was great. The
mhm.
payoff. I mean, the
So
build up to here, yeah.
again, so like this is my first time watching Love
hmm
Island. Do they usually is this usually the time when something like this happens? Like for people who have
Yeah, usually they have like a something called movie night where they show the clips of other people or like clips from someone in your couple wilding out or saying something that sounds crazy. Sometimes
Mhm.
they put it out of context too, which is really nasty.
Oh wow.
They were like, "Oh yeah, this is the time where someone said they didn't like how they made the food," or like
So
it's usually something more serious than that. But
do you
it's
think
like,
what just happened in this episode is that is this is version of movie night, or do you think there
no,
is a movie night still to come?
that still should be coming. I think this might be their version of the Twitter challenge. Usually they have a challenge where they show the Islanders tweets about themselves, but I think
Mm,
the tweets might have been so bad
Yeah,
this
too
year
bad.
that yeah, they're
mm.
asking people to kill themselves and
Because I know I've been conjuring up some venom personally
some
anytime
some
Ace is
some
involved.
personal venom.
Wait, before we get into this, Mike, how do you feel about Ace at this very moment? You still feel the same?
Yo, for always and eternity, he is a bitch ass nigga.
Oh,
Until he passes away from this earth, he will die a bitch ass nigga. You
okay.
understand me?
Even
Now,
after tonight?
especially after tonight.
What did he do tonight that was so bad?
Because when Austin brought up the love bombing thing, number one, he was like, Andrina, do you think Jeremiah was coming on strong? And she was like, yeah. See, that's love bombing. Nigga, you don't know what love bombing is. You midget motherfucker. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. And then we try to get all tough. Want to do, we got two dudes here. One 6'5" and says what he likes, and he shies away from things. I'm
No,
5'10", and I
that's
stand on
facts
business.
though. That's facts, Mike.
It's not
That's
facts.
facts. No,
Because
it
How is it
is
listen,
not?
facts.
you,
No, it is
it's
facts.
not facts.
No,
You know
no,
How
why
is
it's
it
it's
not?
not
facts.
facts?
And no,
You know why it's
listen,
not
listen.
facts?
Why is
It's
it not
not
facts?
facts. Because that nigga's not fucking 5'10". That nigga's
Okay.
5'5".
Oh my
He's
god.
Fucking
not
lying
five
ass
five.
nigga.
The girls are 5'5". They're
And he's
him.
just as
And he's
tall.
taller than every
He's
girl.
he's their height
He's
in
the same
heels.
height as Shelly.
When they're in heels, they're the same height. That's the
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah, when Shelly's in
They're
heels, she's
always in
5'5".
heels. When Shelly's in heels, she's 5'5".
Yep, because she's
Okay.
not. She's 5'2".
Okay. I don't believe that, but okay. It's okay. That's not important. What is true is Austin on camera said to someone else, I'm really not feeling it, blah, 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 blah. And then Amaya quickly comes up
I'm.
to him and he contradicts himself immediately.
Immediately.
Oh
Immediately.
no, Austin. Like, I'm not gonna defend Austin,
Then that's
but
what you were just
That's what
doing.
you're
That's what
doing.
you just did.
nah, I'm saying I'm not gonna give Age flowers for being upfront about being a bitch,
Okay.
for being an outspoken hoe. Good job. Well,
Okay.
good job, Amber Rose. Good job. I don't care. You're still a hoe.
I mean, you got to respect his honesty.
I don't respect anything about him.
I feel like he's been honest this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, pretty honest,
He
like
has.
very
I
honest.
also think
He
he's been a
Honestly,
has.
hoe this whole time.
he's been brutally honest.
I think he's been a hoe this whole time.
Okay.
And
He's been an honest hoe.
an
Like,
honest hoe. Yep.
you know how Mike agendas work, so I'm not even gonna
Mm-hmm.
try to question no more.
It's
Yeah.
not how Mike and Jensen's work. He's a hoe. He's a hoe ass nigga.
I know how Mike agendas work, so I'm not going to push it anymore.
Yeah. But for
Well,
this challenge for today,
stop asking me about him. He's a hoe ass nigga.
but for the challenge today, all the Islanders got to write a possibly secret letter to someone else on the island. It's pretty much they addressed it just as to who, whatever. You could either put a question mark to remain anonymous, or put your name and like it was called stand on business, or you could stand on it and put your actual name on it, and then you write your possibly anonymous message or whatever you want to get off your chest. And some people really had some stuff to get off their chest because
Yeah.
they were heavy talk, heavy talk.
So
Like a couple light jabs in there, but for the most part,
Mm-hmm.
they were into it. So.
Yeah.
some people was throwing some haymakers. Like we started off with a light jab from Andrina.
Mm-hmm.
Was like, what
How
did
are
she
you
say?
still here? She was pretty much asked Austin how he was still here.
How are you still here,
Is that
bitch?
I was really, I like that question though. I didn't find
that's
that.
fair.
Yeah, but
Because
she's
how
not
is
the
he
person
still
to
there?
ask it.
She's
Why
not
not?
the person to ask. She's not the person to ask it, but she's in the villa with the girl, so she saw it and she was like, "How the fuck is he still here?" Like
How is
everybody's
he still
wondering, how
surviving?
is he still
Because I
here?
would ask her, how are you so bad and nobody wants you?
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Nobody wants to talk about it. How is she the most attractive girl and nobody wants to talk to this girl for more than 2 seconds?
I
Okay.
mean,
Maybe.
well, we see what happened just now. So
Pepe said, what did he say? What did Tico say? He said, gracias, pero no
No
gracias.
gracias.
yeah, but then because Pepe still hung up on Hannah,
Yeah.
who we didn't
Oh,
find
that,
out until
As we
today.
found
that was
out
clear.
in this episode.
Yeah,
Like,
he
what the
really
hell?
missed Hannah.
He really misses her
Yeah.
so much to the point where he had to ask, like, why did y'all get rid of her?
Yeah. He's
Hannah
like,
must got
you know
Hannah must
what?
have spit. Hannah
She
must have
got
been
Got
spitting on
that
that thing
twang.
crazy.
She got that. You.
Tight pussy on.
Hannah got that. Hannah got that Duke Snukem. Got that.
She got that gripper. The slipper gripper.
Miss Grippy. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she got that
Grippy.
slipper. Well, you know she was a pro. She did
The hawk too.
the spit take.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You
but we
listen.
found
Yeah.
that out like earlier in the episode. Pepe is talking to him. He's just like, "Yeah, I'm not really feeling Grayson like that," and I felt like that was out of nowhere.
It was because
And then,
he had just turned down Andrina for Grayson, so it was like,
yeah, literally just told her
uh,
like, thank you, I
so
appreciate that, but I like Grayson.
Damn, that makes me look at Andretti even more sideways because I'm turning you down
nah.
for a bitch I don't even like.
I think he was just trying to save face. Now he has this opportunity.
Nah, he just like white women.
Chestnut checkers, the chestnut checkers, Mike. You
Pepe
don't
likes
want to
white
look too
women.
whorish. Now he's opened up the door.
That too.
We'll see. But what else? What else was? Oh, Amaya. I actually started feeling bad for Amaya because
They didn't,
No,
They started kicking up her back.
they didn't have to do it like that.
They
Like,
didn't have to do her like that.
I think the
so
only person that did something wrong
Was
was
Zach?
Zach.
Zach,
That was not the time.
because
Everybody else,
Austin said how he felt,
Mhm.
which is valid.
which was valid. Ace cleaned it up. Like he was like, "Yo, we're not attacking you. Like it's not a negative thing. We're just
Mhm.
saying like you came on really strong. We were trying to meet you halfway."
Yo, and this is
And
what
I was like, all right. And then Brian kind of like tied it all together, like, well, we're Spanish, so like we kind of talk like that.
I don't
Y'all
give
gotta
a
help. Y'all gotta no. What he said makes sense too, because he was like, yo, if
Yeah.
she has to meet you halfway, then you have to meet her halfway.
Mm-hmm.
That's
What does
not
that what does that look like though?
what does it look like? I don't know.
I don't
Talk
know.
I'm not in a relationship with Amaya, so I don't know. But
But so
there
this
has
is
to
what
be
I'm
some.
saying.
Yeah,
This is what
but
I'm saying.
you have to understand each other. That's what he was saying.
Yeah. So if I say, hey, I think you're coming on a little strong, da 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 da, and then she starts freaking out. This is what she do, and then you can see it in that first conversation she was having with Zach in the beginning. It was like, hey, and then she just wouldn't shut the fuck up. Like let Zach talk. Like this is what she do.
Wouldn't let talk.
Mm.
Yeah, she asked him a question and then
Like
proceeded to ask him more questions before you answered the first one.
yeah, so it's like at some point it's like, yo, I don't even want to talk to you. Like leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
And all the women, justice for my papaya. And it's at some point it's like, shorty, she's doing it to herself. She's
Mm.
annoying.
She is annoying,
She's
but
annoying.
that still didn't give them the right to like gang up on her like that.
Yeah,
They
he didn't have
didn't.
to.
I thought
He
I
didn't
don't
have to.
think it didn't
He
have to
didn't have to
happen.
jump in. He didn't have
No,
to jump in.
listen. They didn't gang up on her. He did not have to jump in.
He didn't.
No,
Yeah, he
that
didn't.
was
If he didn't
that
say
was the
anything,
ganging
everything would
up.
have been fine.
It was fine before when
Yeah,
Zach started jumping in. Like you're her current partner for this.
yeah. Do that on the side.
You don't
Yeah,
have to do this.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's like there's nobody. I think nobody on the show looks inward because if I'm a Maya, if I see two dudes who clearly don't fuck with each other are saying the same thing about me, maybe I need to look inside.
Hey man, she's she's.
But she
It sounds
doesn't
like
do
she's
that.
not gonna change. So hey,
She
that's fine.
cries and goes, maybe I'm not the cup of tea that people need to drink, and I am need to. That's not how
Well,
we learn, sister.
it isn't, but also at the same time, there's somebody out there who wants her just the way she is. And he's
Exactly.
not on the island.
Exactly.
Not there.
Okay,
He ain't there.
Exactly.
You don't think there's a nigga that would love her just like that?
There is. There's
I'm sure
guaranteed.
somewhere.
Guaranteed.
There's a
I
really
also think
goofy guy. There's a goofy guy who would love her just the way her goofy ass is. So I respect
absolutely.
that. I respect it. The person that she wants though just isn't on the island, and that's
Yeah,
okay. Is what
and
it
I
is.
think that's what people need to start accepting.
She did. I think she did accept it. Like this was the night she actually accepted it. She was like, "Well, we're
Yeah,
just not
maybe not the
for
person
everybody."
themselves, but the people that are supporting them.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not a conspiracy. It's just
Yeah.
that she's a goof, and the goof she's looking for ain't on this villa. She's to go out in the world and find her equivalent goof soulmate.
Mm-hmm.
Goof me.
The equivalent
Yeah, her
goof
goof
mate.
mate.
The
So
eternal
they,
goof mate.
so they can build a whole family, a whole goof troop, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
The goof troop.
And then I guess the next hot topic was Shelly and Ace. Oh, I guess like Shelly, Ace, and Huda. That
Yeah.
triangle from the heart rate challenge.
Yeah.
Where do y'all stand on that?
So I'm in a group chat like about Love Island, obviously, and there's women in there too. So I've
Mm-hmm.
been hearing like a lot of both sides. So I from the jump I thought that Huda did a lot like
Right.
during that challenge, bouncing ass on him, all type of shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
Shelly and Chris had already got up already, and and Huda still bouncing ass. Like
Mm-hmm.
tone it back a notch. I understand it's a challenge, but you're doing a lot, and Shelly's supposed to be your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of doing the most. But on the flip side, Shelly also overreacted.
Right. And
Yes.
Yes,
Huda accepted her fault as well.
yes,
Not
she
that
Yeah.
did.
you don't have to accept her
But,
apology, but she at least said,
yeah,
"Yeah,
but
I was wrong. I was
at the
wilding."
same time, Shelly didn't even want to talk to her, which
Yeah.
was
Right.
That's where
she,
you
she
lose me.
handled it completely wrong. And it stems from Shelly trying to like maintain two connections at the same time. And even if
Mm-hmm.
she's not, her actions are not meeting her words. They're not
She
matching.
doesn't she
Not
doesn't put effort in any of her connections.
matching.
She just sits there and looks pretty. And that's like somebody said on Twitter, that she's used to having a roster outside in the real
Mm-hmm.
world. And that made a whole bunch of sense. She used to having about 3, 4 niggas at her beck and call. Well, because she's gorgeous.
Mm.
And that's probably what her life is like. And she's used to that. And that's what she
Mm-hmm.
wants to maintain. She's always in a triangle, minimum.
Mm-hmm.
And she just slips out the other angle. She slips out the white boy for the ball playing nigga. It's just she's always in the triangle. She's always got two niggas, and it's like the nigga ace is clearly saying, "I want to close off." And she's
Mm-hmm.
like, I want to explore. I'm like, all right, good call, good
He,
call.
he, he
He
tried.
tried. He tried.
And then how so he tries to close it off, and then how are you going to be mad at how things are going when you're still very much so exploring someone?
Mm-hmm.
You even double back on that person during the challenge. So Ace is like,
Yes.
what
And
the
I went
fuck?
back and watched it.
How is he? What is he supposed to think?
When
I don't.
I went back and watched the time, she was going crazy.
Mhm.
She was doing splits on him.
Oh yeah, when she put the
She
leg
was
up,
doing, yeah. She was
she put her leg
going
up
nuts.
like, I was like,
Yes,
whoa,
bro. I'm like, what is this, cheer practice?
relax.
She was going nuts. And she was like, well, you kissed everybody else. And nigga, those are challenges.
During the
Mm-hmm.
challenge, yeah, I
For
just
people I don't
kissed
like.
everyone.
Yeah. I was like, oh, sorry,
Kelly kissed.
I kissed
Kelly, the
Iris.
only
Whoa,
person. Yeah, Kelly
whoa.
kissed Sierra. What the fuck are we saying? What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He's
like,
like,
like, and then Sierra's little fucking ponytail duck lip ass is
hey,
trying,
chill on my girl.
is doing Chinese level
What's wrong
gymnastics,
today, though?
trying to defend it.
Oh,
Mhm.
no, I mean, her explanation for kicking off Hannah was bad enough. I was like,
Was
girl,
was
get the hell out of
little
my face,
horseshit.
man.
Can you explain that again?
Oh, she pretty much said Hannah had a chance of exploring two connections, one really strong connections, one with Charlie and then one with Pepe. And then instead of giving her the opportunity to further explore that connection with Pepe, they wanted to give someone who had no connection at all a chance to stay on and find someone, which doesn't make
Which is
sense. That's
like,
that's
No
that's
sense.
counterintuitive to the process of
Quite
what's
literally.
going on.
Yes, makes no
So
fuck.
yeah, they basically said Hannah had her fill.
yeah,
Mm.
she had two
You had a
connections.
chance.
She had zero. So
Yeah.
it's unfair.
What?
Yeah.
Nah, we're
And
not doing
nobody's
that.
looking at maybe the reason why the girl don't got no connections because she's fucking annoying.
Eight, eight. You said it, I mean eight.
I'm gonna say it. I'm tired of it.
Yeah,
Two things can be true. She's annoying.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she's also a beautiful girl, a wonderful girl that maybe can find love somewhere else. But for
Uh-huh.
the niggas on this villa, she's annoying. And she needs to go. Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Nothing
don't,
for her.
and now she's
It-
back to square one. No niggas.
mhm. Yeah, they're gonna have to. Hopefully, they dump a bunch of people
You gotta go
because
home.
I said
there's
there's no more
just
bomb
way
shells,
too
right?
many people. No, there's. I think there still would be maybe two or three.
Mm.
I don't
I
know. We're
already
still late
cast
in the
my
game.
votes.
I didn't
Yeah,
cast any votes.
I voted.
I
Uh,
voted.
who'd you vote for?
But should
So me,
I was gonna, yeah, fuck it, we'll do it.
we'll end with our votes. We'll end with our votes.
I
Okay,
was about to
end
say
with the
because we
votes.
didn't
Okay,
finish everything yet.
okay. I mean, Chris and Hudda was kind of the same thing. Just it all evolved around Shelly not communicating
Chris
Yeah.
grew on me.
properly.
Chris,
Yo,
Chris,
did y'all peep what they were trying to do? We're saying like, well, Hunter said that she brought Chris over for Shelly, and that they
Mm.
were mad at her for kissing Chris. Like
I mean,
Alandria put the business out there.
yeah,
Alandra,
that was
Alandra had
nasty.
she had no. Alandra was moving nasty out of like spite. She was clearly just hurt,
He's a
and but
But she's always been messy.
she has been, but she's been taking the high road a lot with a lot of this shit,
Hmm.
and
And
she's
she's
been
probably
getting
fed up.
yeah. I think she's
Yeah.
just like
yeah, but that I
short end
understand
of the stick for
you tired of taking
no
the
good
high
reason.
road, but that has literally nothing to do with you.
It
Yeah,
doesn't.
but
It
like I'm
does.
saying,
But Shelly's her girl. Like that's her
yeah.
number one.
So she was just looking for any reason to crash out. So she was mad. So
So
she was just
she's like,
saying
yeah,
shit.
I'm not gonna
It
let my
doesn't.
girl go
It
down like
doesn't.
this.
it doesn't make it okay, but I
Nah.
see why it was happening because she was
Mhm.
just upset. Like, and then you see it at the end after Taylor went, she was just yelling, like cussing. Like, I'm like, oh, she's like
Mm.
she's
She
mad,
finally
bro.
got a chance to show some emotion, which is
and it's
like,
so
this
funny.
is good.
It's so funny that this whole time, like, she's doing a lot of rah rah, and we ain't get none of this Nick Alandria stuff yet. I'm like, you
Hmm?
doing all this like
What?
posturing about how you're a girl's girl, whatever. Nigga, you kissed your friend's man.
That was,
Hmm.
we
You
know
didn't
what
have to
that
do
was.
that.
We know what
Yeah,
that was.
that was
That was fabricated.
yeah, that was production, bro. That
Okay.
that didn't even make sense for real. And I feel like people know, even if they didn't say. I think people know about that. But she definitely told someone, or she
She
told Sierra.
told her. She
She
told her.
told Sierra. She's like, yeah, me and Nick kissed, but there's absolutely nothing there. And Sierra was like, ah, it's cool.
I feel like let's save that for movie night. I
That
think
was
talking about and seeing it's two different things.
Sierra's the one
right.
that knows. Like the main person who should know knows about it. So
Mm.
We'll see. We'll see. I
ask
mean, they
anybody else.
probably will show it
I'm
again
like,
on
you
movie
kissed
night. So,
Sierra? Or you kissed man,
Alandria, yeah. It did seem pretty passionate though, but it's just
yeah.
kisses.
If they were
But
acting, some damn good acting.
I mean, it's easy to act with the kissing.
It's okay.
Ugh.
So, yeah.
But
But yeah, then the final big one was Taylor and Alandria, right? You'd say?
yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people kind of went at Taylor, kind of trying to find out
Like
why.
what was what?
Yeah, like
Hmm.
what's what? Like what's going on? Um Clark got a chance to kind of speak her mind a little bit. That's probably the most words she said since she's been there.
I
Hmm.
like
I
her
like
so
the fact
much.
Other than
I
her
like her a
reading.
lot. She's very
Yeah,
mature.
Mike likes her because she doesn't talk.
No,
Sick.
Yeah,
I like her because every time she does talk, it's not nonsense and she's not annoying.
she's
Because she
not.
doesn't talk. She
She
just
doesn't
says,
say anything.
like, no, yeah,
She's only been
not
there for like
really.
5 days.
No, every time she's opened her mouth, I've never gone, ugh.
Because she's not saying anything.
She does
She's not,
speak.
she's barely expressing her ideas.
She's like Iris. Like nobody says when Iris talks. She doesn't fucking talk.
Yeah.
I love Iris. Every time she's talking, it's funny to me.
So
There's a pattern here. Do you love Grayson too?
No, I don't know Grayson. She can go. She literally doesn't talk.
she
She's
talked
in the
today.
same.
She
They're all in
said,
the same tier.
what
No,
happened?
no. Those are completely different
What,
things. Grayson
Pepe,
has never spoke a word
yo,
Okay.
wait, no,
until
hold on.
today.
After Pepe got done like getting, slandered pretty much, he sat down and said, "It's okay." She said,
He said, for who?
"It's okay, bro."
For who? The guy, it's okay. We'll talk about this later.
Like,
What?
And he was like, he's like, I don't care a bit.
He's like, oh man, this is over.
Pepe the
Whatever.
realest.
I don't care.
I'm going back to Spain.
Yeah, where the fuck head at? I don't care, bitch.
I'm about to go play for FC Lisbon.
Mm-hmm.
What was I about to say? Oh, with Taylor and
Taylor and Alandria.
Clark, yeah, and Alandria. I like the conversation that Clark and Alandria had in front of everybody. Like it was very like understanding, and I feel
Mm-hmm.
like it got to like a common ground. And it was like the whole thing was saying she was a test, and I feel like
Wow.
Oh
they
yeah.
hatched that out nicely in front of everybody.
Mhm.
That was very cordial, very nice. Because it's
Very
like,
And
very
that's why I
mature.
like
I'm like,
Clark because she
like
be handling stuff mature.
yeah,
She
yeah.
just she don't.
right. I
She didn't
I
feel she didn't feel attacked. Didn't take it from like an attacked way. Like it was like, all right, I
mhm.
said this because of this. This is what I said. This is how I felt. It is what it is. It
It's
was good.
easy when the other person's also handling it mature.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike Taylor, who we know wasn't trying to say nothing
Mm-hmm.
about he should have cut off Alandria as she got saved. Because he knows he's not gonna pick her.
Mhm.
You're wasting our time, you're wasting her time. More importantly, you know you're not gonna pick her, so what are you doing?
They should have respectfully voted her off.
No, I'm
Just
not
so
saying that. I'm saying Taylor could have manned up and said, nah, I mean, I'm just gonna stick
should
with
have.
Clark. I know we had a good thing for 3 weeks, but this is just feels right.
Yeah, he left it open.
Didn't have to say, oh, it made me feel like a kid. Like bad choice of words, but I know what you mean.
And Landry said, "How old are you? You act like a child.
25?
Like
Yeah,
everybody's been saying, you act like a fucking kid, bro. Like you act like a
Hmm.
little ass kid." So,
he struggled with this. I'm not gonna lie.
Taylor made some good points though.
That's what I'm
He,
saying.
oh
He
no,
had some good points.
he made some good points, but I think they both, it just highlighted that they both were looking at the experience from two different like vantage points. Alandria pretty much said she sacrificed her experience to make sure Taylor was all right. Taylor
Yeah,
said,
and you know
I'm
what?
looking out for
Honestly,
I
myself.
sacrificed my experience to try to
and
get to number
honestly,
two.
and the real and it sucks for you, but that's your fault.
That's true. That's why I was like,
And
oh, that's true. You could have said that before, but
You should have said
that's
that
true.
earlier, but ultimately, that's your fault
Mm-hmm.
Alandria or Taylor.
because they brought a
Oh, he's
whole
saying Alandria's fault.
America
Okay.
brought a whole nigga in here for you.
He might have been too country. I think that was the problem.
Hey,
They
hey,
went
bro.
too bumpkin.
He
They
was
went
All I'm
too
boring.
saying
bumpkin.
is they've given Alandria mad chances to find a couple,
Two?
and it just none of them
Had
worked.
chance.
Mad chances. What mad chances?
She's had Jalen. She's had that little thing with Nick. She's had
That was we
Mike,
already
Zach.
know what that was.
Mike,
Zach's not
Mike,
real.
Zach
Mike.
not
You're naming bad examples.
Zach, that's her countryman. If you're saying they
Zach,
brought in someone specifically for her,
Jalen.
it's not a Thai Manchester man, a
So I'm saying
Mancunian.
let's do
It's
Jalen.
Jalen. All right, it's
And then
just
she
Jalen.
meant
That's it.
because that's
That's
the
it.
one she mentioned. I sacrificed like bitch, but you did that. That's your
Oh
fault.
yeah. We're on the same page, Mike, but she just thought she was like looking out for Taylor by doing that. And he's looking out for himself too. So
they had a
it
solid
is what it
connection at
is.
that point. Like it made sense for them to go back to each other. Like she wasn't really feeling Jen like that. It made
Hmm.
sense.
But she also, based on her words, she wasn't even trying to because she was like,
That's
I
and
wanna
that's what makes it that's what makes me feel less sympathy for you.
I
Because
you can still I mean it makes sense, but I still feel sympathy because
Yeah, I feel
she was trying to look out for somebody who's not looking out for her. That's
listen,
just where the sympathy comes
who
in.
was so easily broken.
Hmm.
listen,
It's
hey man.
light skin. Oh,
Or like I don't know. I don't know what they talk about, but like it might just not it's okay.
it's okay.
I just don't like her. Or I like this girl better. Whatever
Yeah,
those reasons may be, it
that's okay.
sucks.
It
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 is what it is though.
it took all of this for Taylor to finally say that.
That's the
Like
problem.
he
Exactly.
had to get
That's
to
why
a
he's a
breaking
bitch.
point. Yeah, he had to get to a breaking point to admit it.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, we all see it. Like, and all you can say is she makes my tummy feel different. Like, nigga, you
Yeah,
be
like
a
come
man,
on,
bro.
bro.
Be a man,
This
bro. You like
this is
Clark,
a
like Alandria. That's it. But
it's
you're
a
scared.
bad
Baby
representation.
butterflies.
But also
Hmm.
the issue is, I think a lot of them are intimidated by Alandria too. And Taylor was the most intimidated by her. He just happened to have a connection with her. Like he was scared of her.
And
She doesn't seem like
she's not even intimidated. She's actually the smallest woman there, like
Hmm?
the shortest woman there. And
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, just
sure,
because she's
but
dark
she
skinned.
probably
But
is
she's
not
also
like
like the most I think she's the most like how do I say like physically demanding, not even physically demanding, like she just has like some type of aura to her.
Or
Like
yeah,
yeah.
her aura, her
yeah,
presence, her
her
posture, the
presence
way she carries herself.
is
Yeah,
strong, and I feel like they all feel that too. So that's why she attracts him, but she repels him at the same time. Like
It's like you're talking to a really older woman, like a
a classy
35-year
woman.
old.
Hmm.
yeah, I could see that, and
Yeah,
they just aren't ready for it. But I've been saying this for
Like
probably about like
mentally,
last
like
week and
look,
a half now. Like nobody
that
there
nigga, that
deserves her.
nigga Taylor is mentally probably like 19, 20.
fair.
And Alandria's probably like literally probably mentally like in her mid-30s.
Yeah.
Hmm.
She literally said out loud, "How old are you?"
So it's like that's the
Like,
disconnect
stop.
right there.
A very
So
large
Shelly's
disconnect.
so the girl Clark is probably close to his level and he's comfortable with that.
Hmm.
And she's I don't want to call her intimidated because that's not what we do to black women, but it's like
But
he's
I
him
mean,
him
he's
Yeah,
also being
intimidated.
yeah.
intimidated, also him being a little bit of a pussy,
Correct.
um, and her being who she is. He just struggling along and not being confrontational, didn't want to do nothing, and probably be a little bit of a fuckboy too.
Nah, yeah,
I think it's
he's just a fool. I mean,
I think that Clark offers more of like a nurturing factor for him. Like they're
I don't
both
even know about
mature,
nurturing, just like
but like
calm,
it's a
like
yeah, it's
easy,
more of a calm thing. Yeah, but
easy
I think
breezy.
when he when
Yes,
he has to be like a man. Like you need to like you can't
You
That's what
be
she
gotta
said she
be
codependent.
wants. She wants a
Mr.
Yeah,
man.
Business.
yeah,
She wants
yeah.
a man 24/7.
A man, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at her. She need she bad as shit.
Yeah.
I would
And
be that man. Not be like
yes,
reporting to
ma'am,
the
I own. Yes,
Reporting to
ma'am, I
leader.
own the farm.
Hmm.
I'll check the oil. Like I do
I
all
could,
that shit.
I could change the tire all by myself.
Come on. Like, and he's just not that. Like,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
he's not a
But
real
yeah.
cowboy. He's not the cowboy she's looking for.
All right. Before we run out of time, um,
Nigga, that's a rodeo clown.
yeah,
Yeah, she
yeah.
got duped into thinking that a rodeo clown was a cowboy
Yeah.
just
Hmm.
because they wear the same hat.
Exactly.
What
She
else
she
dressed like a
missed
cowboy with
she missed the
his
makeup and
spurs
the
leaking.
nose.
Yeah,
His
and
spurs.
at some point you got to see the hunking nose in the front of his face because it's
Hmm.
been there the whole time.
Niggas that Weenie Hut Jr.
They're like,
Yeah.
hey, why are his spurs made of water guns?
Why do his spurs have rubber duckies on them?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Why is this clown outfit rainbow polka dots? That's
Why is his lasso made out of handkerchiefs?
Yeah, he works at the rodeo. He
What's
said he
yeah.
works at the rodeo, and then he's
on here? What?
Why is he not riding the bull and just running away from it?
This seems a little different than the cowboys
That's a
I'm used
strange
to.
cowpoke.
Hmm, something's off. Can't quite put my finger on it.
Nah. And as much as I blame him for being a rodeo clown, bitch, you got to be able to sniff that out at 27.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
we all
sorry.
like we saw it watching. Like,
That's the
Hmm.
thing with a lot of these people in this
I
cast is
mean,
discernment.
yeah.
Discernment is very low.
it's
But
easy,
also,
I was gonna say one of the things, the close proximity and just like always talking, you can easily be fooled and think
ooh,
something's something that it's not.
I
Bro,
think
I'm not gonna lie.
that's why they all think they're
After
best friends and shit.
when you come in this goddamn villa and he hasn't seen you in 3 days, and that motherfucker leaps over you to hug the white boy and be fucking swinging his arms like
That was
they're about to depart on the Titanic.
Like they
that
were
was
celebrating Pride Month.
Get the you gotta.
that was great.
We're about to run out of time. Before we run out of time, who did you guys vote for?
Mike, you want to go first?
Pepe and Iris.
What?
I told you like Iris. I
What?
told you. I sniffed it out.
Because she's funny.
What?
Doesn't
She's
She got my
talk.
vote.
funny?
Doesn't say
She's
anything. Mike,
funny?
She
All
got
right,
my
you like
vote.
Elzy,
shut the
No,
fuck up.
she got my
How,
vote.
who did you vote for, Elzy?
I
We're about to
voted
run out
for
of time.
Ace. I voted for Ace and Alandria. I couldn't see
Mm,
myself voting for another woman.
You
strong
voted for
black
two
man.
fuck niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Alandria. She's
I
not
Too
gonna fuck
strong.
you, bro.
I couldn't see.
All right.
I wasn't voting for no white woman.
That's true. Fair enough. You got me. You got me. You gotta own that. I gotta own my sin.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Umar, forgive me.
All right. Before we run out of time, thanks everybody for watching.
Hold on,
Stay
who are you
tuned.
gonna vote for?
Oh, probably the same people Elsie did. Lock it in.
Oh, who the hell?
Ah.